I am Manjunath MK, Assistant Professor, Government First College in Patna. In the session number 12, we are going to then discuss the concept of human resource development, meaning and the concept and other objectives. The learning objective is the nature and concept of human resource development, the meaning and concept and its objectives. The session outcome is enable the student to understand the concept of human resource development, meaning, concept and objectives. The student can relate to the real life situation to analyze the importance of human resource then development. With increasing global competition, organizations are under the tremendous pressure to then improve their performance through reduction of cost and in quality upgradation. Indian business organization too have now realized that they are in more open, highly competitive and market oriented environment. Here it is the essence of the at present situation in Indian condition also. They have to then improve their quality. The quality should be then improved, and then cost reduction should be made at a time. Then quality upgradation should be made. Then only they can make the profit. That's why they have to then sharpen the employees by imparting that then special knowledge. The competitive advantage to be then created among then all the employees. That's why it's most important. The concept is human resource development. Human resource development, they have to sharpen the then skill, knowledge and talents then after then employees to then create sparking the creativeness among these people, and to then make the then better according to the global competition. There is the three challenges for Indian business organization. The first one is that how to then maximize the return on investment. These are first and foremost important thing. Whatever the capital investment is made, how to then here get the sufficient amount of return over our investment. That it's possible only when we are to then utilize the then available man force in the then systematic way. Then optimum utilization of the manpower. Then only we can make the profit. This is the first important one. Second one is that the second important question, then challenge is that the how to be more innovative and customer driven is also another important than the challenge. How become in Indian condition the innovativeness is very less and customers driven oriented is also then less. That's why we in order to then competition with the global market, the the companies, we have to be more innovative as well as the customer driven. That's why it's the most important thing is that we have to then rely upon the human resource development. Then how to then renew and revitalize the then organizations. In order to then renew and revitalize the organization, we should be required the human resource development. That's why it's more essence. It's more than the important for the in this context. Let me understand the concept of human resource development. A number of definitions, the definition of training and human resource development have been given by the pioneers of the management training, the training and human resource development. The Milton Als defines employee training as a process of aiding employees to gain effectiveness in their present and future work through the development of appropriate habits of thought and action, skill, knowledge and attitudes. According to the Milton Als defines then employee training as a process of aiding the employees to then gain the effectiveness. In order to then gain the effectiveness, we have to then impart the training skill. We have to then provide the training to the employees. Impart the training to the employees. We have to start the lesson over then how to then gain their knowledge and skill and attitudes through which we can be then here make them more effective in the present situation and for the future the work through the then development of appropriate habits of thought. The thinking level should be then changed and their action, skill, knowledge then and attitudes to be then changed. Then only then it's possible to then here then make an effectiveness for the then present and future then work. This is the definition. Then I will repeat the definition given by the then Als defines employee training as the process of aiding the employees to gain the effectiveness. ಈಗ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪರಿಣಾಮಕಾರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ದನ್ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಷನ್ಗೆ, ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್. ಯೋಚನಾ ಹವ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಬೇಕು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವರ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. According to Milton Als defines, human training is the process of aiding the employees then to gain the effectiveness. In order to gain the effectiveness, then in the present and future work, through the development Through the development, we have to then creating the appropriate habits of thought, action, skill, knowledge, and attitudes is called as human resource development. Training aims at increasing the effectiveness with which then functions of organization are carried out by the increasing the effectiveness of its personnel. The training then aims at increasing the effectiveness among with which the functions of organization are carried. Through the then organization function in which we have to then make an effectiveness, it is possible make the employees possible to then achieve the effectiveness in the then managerial function or the organizational function by through the then training are carried by the then functions out of which increase the effectiveness and increase the effectiveness of the personnel. Through the training, we have to then increase the effectiveness of the personnel, through which we can be then here whatever the function they're going to then done in the organization then are to be carried with the effectiveness. It's possible through the training. This is the concept of human resource development. Human resource development in Indian context. Some of the specific features of human resource development in India are as follows. At the macro level, there are the plenty of education institutions in India producing large number of educated people every year. However, the quality of majority of such people are very low. Therefore, they are not the employable. For the globalization situation, then at the micro level, there are plenty of education institutions. They are then educating the people in the name of education. They are providing the education, but they are not then having the capacity to employing capacity. They are not owning any employment capacity. That's why it is a major drawback. That's why the education institutions are plenty. They are providing the education. Different types of the degrees are provided. The master degrees are provided. Doctorates are provided. Even though then their capability, the quality of the majority of these people are very low. Therefore, they are not employable under the global condition. According to the National Employability Report, the 2014, has reported that only 18.33% engineering graduates are employable. The remaining the people they can't able to then they are educated and graduated. The majority of the people are the quality is very low. Then that's why they are not employable. The similar is in the case of with management graduates. So far as other education disciplines are concerned, the situation is very worse than except some professional disciplines. That's why this is a major drawback in the human resource development in Indian context. The people are get educated, but they are not having any quality. And with their quality, they can't able to get they are not offered with here good employment. This is a major drawback of the human resource development in India in this situation. At the micro level, human resource development efforts of individual organization differs widely. There are many organizations which pay very high attention to the HRD. They spend lot of money in developing their human resources, such as the organization believe in developing competitive advantage to through their human resources. As against this pattern, there are plenty of organizations which give less importance to the HRD. Such organizations treat as HRD's expenses are waste. In the micro level, then HRD efforts of individual organizations differs widely, then depend upon the organization belief. There are some of the organizations they pay the more attention to the creating the development of human resource in their organization. They pay the more attention towards the HRD, but some of the as a result, then they are spending then a lot of money in developing the human resources. Such organization believing developing the competitive advantages among through their human resources, but against to that, some of the organizations they treated it as then the expenses on human resource, it became the waste. They're paying the less attention over the human resource development. Such organization treat human resource development, then expenses are waste. Then another important concept to be going to be understand that the objectives of human resource development. Then what are the objectives of human resource development? ಈಗ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಕೋಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೂರಾರು ಕೋಟಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಟು ದ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದೆನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ದೆನ್ ಬೈ ಡೆವಲಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್. That is called human resource development. For that, we have to then spend more money over it. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಮಾನವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ ಮೊದಲನೇ ದೆನ್ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸ್ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್. The first and foremost objective of human resource development is that to maximize the utilization of resources. Whatever the available human resource can be for the achievement of individual and organization goals, for which we can be then utilized in a better way. The maximum utilization can be possible. Then this is the first one. Second one is that to provide an opportunity for comprehensive framework for the development of human resource in the organization for full expression of their talent and the manifest potential. We have to tap the potential the potential ability of all individuals they are working as the employee in the organization, and to provide the opportunity and comprehensive framework for the development of human resources in the organization for the full expression of their talent and manifest potentials. We can be utilized then their talents then and the manifest potential by owned by the individual employee. It's possible. For that only these are the second objective of human resource development. The third objective is that develop the constructive mind and an overall personality of an employee. Then human resource development, as a result we can be develop a constructive mind and then overall personality of the employee. The employee, he may be then he having the discipline, then he may be then lead the social life then in the better way, as well as the professional life. Likewise, we can be develop and constructive the mind of among the overall personality of the employee is possible only through the human resource development. Then another objective is that to develop the sense of team spirit, teamwork and inter team collaboration. This is another important thing. Then not only training and development, in addition to that we have to develop the sense of team spirit. They have to involve with the activity within the organization, with getting the cooperation from other people, then on co-worker. We have to then cooperate they have to then accomplish the work as a team. Then inter-team collaboration in which they have to then get success. That's why this is the objective. The objective is that to develop the organizational health, culture and effectiveness, through which the human resource development ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ the overall personality of the employee has been developed. In addition to that, then team spirit ಆಗಲಿ, then ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ವಿತ್ ದ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಿಟಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ದೆನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ದ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ದೆನ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ have to be then achieved then only through the human resource development. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ the human resources they can be utilized. Then you can be then improve their quality of the working life as well as the social life, then their personality, overall personality development is possible. Then another one is that to develop the organization health, culture and effectiveness. Then this is the objective then in which we can develop the organization health, then culture and effectiveness, or make the organization then good health and culture and more effective. Then last objective is that then to generate the information about the human resources. We can be generate the systematic information about the human resource, then capability, then capacity of then every individual can be then identified in the systematic way they have to provide it. These are all the objectives of human resource development. Then the concept is that the difference between personal management and human resource development. We are all then know the personal management is the starting era of human resource management. Before that we are going to then call it as human resource management is called as the personal management. In the personal management then and then the human resource development, the difference is that we can identify the difference in between the meaning, approach, treatment of manpower, type of function, the basis of pay, the management role, the communication. These are all the basis under which we can find the difference. The first thing is that then meaning. The personal management is the aspect of management that then concerned with the workforce and the relationship with the entity then known as personal management. I will repeat, the aspect of management. This is the aspect of management. Personal management is the aspect of management is concerned with the then workforce and the relationship with the entity and known as personal management. Whereas then human resource development, the meaning is that it is a branch of human resource management that focus on the most effective use of manpower of an entity to achieve the organization goal is known as human resource management. It is a branch of management that focus on the most effective use of manpower of an entity to achieve the organization goals is known as human resource development. Then another one is an approach. It is the personal management traditional approach, human resource management the modern approach. Treatment of manpower as a machine and tools. Whereas in case of the personal management, whereas the human resource management then treated as the manpower as an asset. The type of function is that then personal management routine function, then human resource management is a strategic function. The basis of pay, then personal management the payment will be then decided upon the job evaluation. Under the human resource management and the basis of performance evaluation in which the basis of pay will be then granted. Then another one is the management role. The transactional role is played in the personal management. In the human resource management, the transformation role has been played. The communication in the personal management, indirect communication is made. In the human resource management, direct communication been made. The difference between the human resource management as well as the international human resource management. The human resource management defined, that is the management function, deals with the recruitment, management, development of employees in order to maximize their potential and the roles in the company or in the organization. Then we can understand the human resource management concept. We already been understood. It is defined that it is a management function. It deals with the recruitment, management, development of individual employee in order to then maximize their potential and role in the company and the organization. Human resource management and then the branch of management, which deals with the recruitment, management and the development of the employees in order to maximize their potentials and roles in the company. ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿನ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ನೇಮಕಾತಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅಥವಾ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೀಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ in order to maximize their potentials and roles in the company or in the organization. Not only is it utilized in personal management but also in manpower, organizational and industrial management. The international human resource management, IHRM, on the other hand, is defined as management function which deals with the management of personnel who are stationed in other countries or who are in citizens of other countries that are hired to then work in the organization. I will repeat, human resource management then is defined as is a management function deals with the management of personnel who are stationed in other countries or in the citizens of then other countries that are hired to then work in the organization is called as international human resource management. The management function deals with the management of the personnel who are the station or the reside over the other country, who are the citizens of other country that are hired for work in the organization. That is called as the international human resource management. Like the human resource management, it functions also then include the recruitment, planning, the training, the performance appraisal and the compensation. Unlike it, however, the international human resource management functions involves a cross culture the training, such as the orienting then employs the different cultural, ethical and religious values. This is the difference between the difference. I will repeat, the difference between human resource management as well as the international then human resource management. The human resource management can be defined as is the management function deals with recruitment, management and development of employees in order to maximize their potentials and roles in the company and organization. The human resource management is also it is a management function which deals with the management of the personnel who are stationed in other countries or who are citizens of other countries that are hired to then work in the organization. This is the difference between the human resource management as well as the human resource management. This is the concept relating to the session number 12. Then another concept we are going to then discuss. The other concept is that Under the session number 11, we are going to then discuss responsibilities of the human resource then manager. We already been discussed what are the duties to be performed by the human resource manager. Left to then understand what are the responsibilities to be then done by the human resource manager. These are learning objectives, responsibilities of human resource manager. There is a session outcome enables the student to understand the concept of the responsibilities of human resource manager. Students can relate to the real life situation to analyze. Then managing then company staff, including coordinating and supporting the recruitment process, onboarding then newcomers to the company. These are the first responsibility of human resource manager is that the managing the company staff, including coordinating, supporting, then recruiting and make a selection. They have to then they have to involve with the near development, then the training development and onboarding the newcomers to the company. These are first important. Then the role then the responsibility has to be then played by the human resource manager. I will repeat, the human resource manager, the responsibility is that managing the then a company staff. Then they have to then meet the requirement of the staff, including and coordinating and supporting. They have to then coordinating with the then staff and supporting to the then staff, recruiting process and onboarding the newcomers to the company, and determining the suitable salaries and remuneration for each and every employee. Those are the newcomers they enter into the organization. Determine the suitable salaries. They have to then make the job evaluation in which then they have to then make the merit rating of the individual, merit rating and job evaluation to be then made to then given the then fix the salary and payroll for the individual then employee. Suitable salaries to be then determined by the human resource manager. These are another responsibility, and they have to then decide the remuneration, salary and remuneration to be then fixed by the human resource manager. Then another one is that providing the necessary support to the system of payroll requirements. They have to then provide adequate and important then the supporting system to the payroll requirements. Then another one is that the developing the adequate then induction and training. Induction is nothing but welcoming the selected employee into the organization. Formal, they welcoming the selected employees to the organization. That is called the induction. Developing the adequate induction program to be then made, and they have to then provided with the then training. For the newcomers, they have to provide with the adequate amount of training. Another one is that supporting the employees' opportunity for professional development. After that, then getting job by the newcomer, then a human resource manager has to support the employee for getting an opportunity for professional development. That is to be provided by the human resource manager. This is another responsibility. Then another one is that managing succession planning of staff. They have to then made with the succession plan of the staff in the organization. This is another responsibility. Another one is that assisting with the performance of management and review process. He has to assist with the performance management of and review process to be then conducted in the organization. Thank you for listening.